excited that, founded in San Diego, the main office is right in San Diego. One of our members is actually on staff there. I think one of the things we want to try this year, we did it last year without great success, mediocre success, but we really want to push this year, is that starting December 1st here at Acronis, we're going to do something called the Alternative Christmas Market. And this is an opportunity for us to, instead of getting typical Christmas presents, to perhaps invest our money into Christmas presents that are tied into some of the organizations we are representing here in our Global Jesus series. Plan with Purpose has already agreed to be a part of that. And so this is one of the many ways we want to try to make sure as we go through this Global Jesus series that we put our money where our mouth is, so to speak, literally. That we really think about the issues that are at play in these conversations. And as we spend money in this holiday season to make some changes, and for example, a Final Purpose, and you can see outside now, you can literally give the gift of planting trees for $10. And you can plant trees for $10 in someone else's name. Consider that as a Christmas present, for example. Or some of the products made by the group in Oaxaca, some of the human trafficking groups that were here last week, we're going to be presenting Christmas gift alternatives from them as well. So that's just one of the many ways here at Acronis that we hope to continue this conversation. And if you have some ideas, please feel free to share with us this morning through your connection tab or through an email. We would really love to, as a community, continue to join Jesus in what he's doing all around the world through people like Scott. Can you join me in a word of prayer as we transition now to time of response? And this is something we want to do every Sunday here. Make sure we get some time for God to speak to us, for us to give ourselves to God after what we pray. God, thank you again for Scott, for Plan with Purpose, for this opportunity this month here at us to engage with the global issues that you are at work in. God, we just say that, like Scott was saying, it does seem a little overwhelming at times. But God, we trust in you, the creator of all things. And we trust in your call to us to be. So God, would you speak to us now and draw us closer? Would you use this time to commit to God yourselves? And after a few moments, we'll have the courage to come and share some final things.
Take what's here. this year, and we believe that the Lord speaks through the Bible. At this time, we'll go ahead and put the baskets around for tithing and connection cards, and if you'd like any prayer in the back, the prayer team would love to pray for you. Now, as I go to the worship team. Please stand with us.